So I'm not quite sure how to start this video, aside from saying, hello, my name is Navik, and this is Three Worlds, Three Moons Foundations. It's a one-shot that sets up a new universe pioneered by Jonathan Hickman, Nick Spencer, and a whole bunch of other writers and artists that you know, with art in this issue by Mike Del Mundo and Mike Huddleston. So, what the heck is Three Worlds, Three Moons? Well, for the past few years, Jonathan Hickman's had a Substack where basically him and his fellow creatives have been building a new sci-fi / magical universe from scratch. And I say magical because this is, from what I've read of Foundations, at least from this first impression, it's a series that kind of blends and fiction and science fantasy and kind of really blurs the line between them. It's a very esoteric, like very kind of weird but very interesting universe. I'm talking like something really artsy and kind of hard to really summarize. It's like the French movie Fantastic Planet, if that makes any sense. The plot of Foundations is relatively simple. It's just, there's a lot of it's a Hickman project. There's a lot of world building to get through. And a lot of terms and charts that get thrown at you at any given time. But I'll say this, it gives you a lot to digest. Also, as you can see, this is a pretty big comic, so if you hear, I'm gonna have to hold it a bit so I don't hit my mic, because this is magazine size. As for the world of Three Worlds, Three Moons, well, I think I could summarize it, and just by reading the fable that our main character for this one shot, Tahoe, reads to his son. And there are many stars in the sky, little gods whose children dance around them. The sacred ring, 3 worlds and 3 moons. It is the story of the motherland at Akva and her beating heart core, which kisses each world with providence. It's powering engines, lighting cities, and is the dynamo that we all believe. It is the story of the fatherland and Fairir and its son Hare. They circle second to the sun, and in its warm embrace, the fires of succession reach from world to moon and back again. And there was our world, Thera, and its twin moons, Kaso and Ordor, from which come all myth and legend, and hopes and dreams. Till ancient secrets blind the sky, Monho Ijor our number try. When the truth is known to all below, through fire, water, wind, and snow. The ancients sing, they give us signs. A circle forms, and all aligns. And this is a story that Tahoe reads, not only to get the readers up and to get a little bit of what this world is like, but also, he reads to his son, because he's part of an expedition team from this organization called the Institute, who basically the Institute kind of want to get rid of all magic in these 3 worlds. Or else they've been trying to lead expeditions to the moon Cassio, which apparently is awakening now. And they discovered the ruins of this place called the Academy, where magic was studied in ancient times. So again, it's a modern Hickman comic, a lot of graphs and stuff, and a lot of really good artwork by Mike Del Mundo. And with Tahoe, I don't know if we're gonna see him in future installments of 3 Worlds, 3 Moons, but you do get a bit of what he's like. He's a man who really wants to explore the unknown, views it as his sacred duty to do so. But as with the rest of the expedition, and that he goes to explore Cassio and all the weird magical crap going on in it, it ends up going very Annihilation-y. With one guy's face melting into a weird painting and floating around, the environment seemingly coming to life and trying to kill everyone, and Tahoe ends up escaping through pink. And again, I'll say this by Mike Del Mundo. This dude's art is really weird, but incredibly fantastical. The dude once made a comic called Weird World, which shouldn't surprise you. But we cut away from Tahoe to meet these guys. As these weird like magical godlike beings from the Academy. The leader of them is the Stig. This deer, multi-limbed shaman-like being who seems to have a vested interest in Tahoe. And yeah, he even says Tahoe Valar. Again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing stuff, but this is a weird sci-fi book, so yeah, weird words and names are kind of par for the course. Tahoe Valar, you seek truth, but it will cost you. So rest, sleep, and you are ready. When you wake, take my hand, and I will open your eyes. And yeah, his son Finn ends up seeing some kind of weird magical vision, speaking in the magical language. Which it ends up being woken up by his sister. And yeah, he's worried that their dad is going to go missing, but his sister basically, he tells him not to worry, because if Tahoe ever goes missing, she'll go out there and find him, which, that might be. So yeah, Opal's story might be something we also see he carried on in a future installment of 3 Worlds, 3 Moons. And yeah, after another art page, Tahoe ends up in a place where he's running low on oxygen, but he's rescued by the Stig and the other weird magical creatures from the Academy. And yeah, Sig asks him what Sim resurrects Tahoe, basically making him able to survive on the planet. And asks him, what does he want? Well, he cryptically says as he's a heretic from the Academy, so saving an Institute man would have made him one. But he's not them, and they are not me. And Tahoe, he just says he wants to go home. Tahoe's... And Stig basically says that he's wanted on to see the laughter of his children as they play, but that's the past, and our enemy, death, has her way with it. You and I, we are headed somewhere else. And apparently their journey is going to take them onwards to the Academy, which, yeah, that's apparently going to be another future adventure we're going to see. So yeah, as you might be leading, some beautiful artwork pieces. So you guys might have questions. What exactly is 3 Worlds, 3 Moons? It's because it's not an ongoing series. This is basically a fictional universe that Hickman and a lot of his friends have been making on their Substack. That they've been coming up with this world, all its concepts, how it works with its subscribers. And yeah, it's not an ongoing narrative, though there are some character arcs set up. It's a world. It's a setting where a whole bunch of stories can happen, and we're going to see some in the coming months. There's a one-shot called Shift coming out. There's a mini-series called Arrivals, and 3 massive graphic novels that are going to come out in 2027, which I think I'm definitely going to be covering. So yeah, it's an interesting world made real. That Hickman and company are obviously having a lot of fun making, and I could tell Mike Del Mundo and Mike Henderson had a lot of fun drawing this one-shot. As for Foundations itself, I'm giving this as a comic on its own, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. Mainly because the plot is kind of basic. A guy ends up going to an expedition to a strange planet. Most of his team dies. He ends up meeting a weird inhabitant and now going on a strange journey that may or may not continue in a future installment. But I will say this. It is a very high 3 out of 5 because as the world that Hickman and company have created, it's a very fascinating one. And then one that I do want to see more of. I'm curious to see what other crazy crap is going to come out of this world. And hell, I'll at least know that it'll be a really cool looking world, all based on Mike Del Mundo's artwork. Even if Del Mundo isn't the artist in charge, this is a universe that has its identity. It is, and I do love the whole mesh of science fiction and science fantasy that they got going on, where it leads a bit more into the spiritual side, which feels very Hickman, it seems. So yeah, if you guys liked this video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you will know when we next go into this world of 3 Worlds and 3 Moons. And God, that is going to be a mouthful to say every time I cover it. Until next time, have a great day.